now listening to Snuff Magee and Friends. Irrelevance in the Dungeon.
Snuff Magee and Friends, Irrelevance in the Dungeon, episode 35.
Ow!
I am Snuff Magee, joined by...
You already know it's your boy Kel.
Rossy.
Vaughan.
What's going on, fellas?
It's good.
Today was a good day.
Yes, sir. Before we get into it, Relevance in the Dungeon is available on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. What's the other two, Tone?
Breaker.
I want to say Overcast.
Overcast.
Yeah,
You're
Breaker and
right. You got it
Overcast.
right.
No disrespect. I just, I can't remember them all at one time. Very interesting week going on, man. I'm going to start off with the impeachment of Donald Trump. I want to fuck with Vaughan a little bit on this because,
Don't defer.
yeah, Vaughan was being a bully on social media the other day,
Hey, man.
I saw that. I saw
I'm
that,
just
man.
saying, man. You know. A lot of
you
people
know.
talk about impeachment. Ain't nobody know what that shit was.
I'm
man.
gonna need you to
people talking
not
about he
say
out
I'm
of
not being a
office.
bully.
It ain't going nowhere.
No,
Yeah.
don't say I'm not being a bully when clearly I saw the comment.
The comment
myself.
was like, I'm
I'm a
bullied.
bully today.
Well,
Yeah.
if I got he came at me, man. He said, try to educate people.
No, it
Right.
wasn't. That was not directed to Tony Vaughan. But look, the shoe fit that motherfucker. I was talking about other people like they just Googled impeach 15 minutes prior.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
true.
I thought it
That's
was
true.
the way that my feed went, I was like, oh shit, that nigga talk about Tony like that.
oh no.
Nah, it was all love, man. But I just think it was an opportunity to educate people.
Mm-hmm.
Trump ain't going nowhere, man. This shit was symbolic, man. If everything aligned right for the Democrats, they could push this shit out. Hope that they Nancy can hold the shit until the next election, and if he do get reelected, and the Democrats somehow take back the Senate, then they could vote the shit and he could get pushed out that way. But that shit ain't gonna happen. That's a long shot, and the shit gotta go to the Senate, dog, for him to get pushed out. And he ain't gonna get pushed out. If anything, man, all this did was rile up the fucking Republicans,
That's
and
what I
now
feel
they
like
gonna
it is.
really go to the polls and vote for him, man.
I heard that the stock market is up today.
It been up. I mean, they love him.
It's a big business. At the end of the day, man, Donald Trump is making the media so much money right now because he constantly has some information going on about him, mostly bad. But this isn't going to flush. Once it gets, like you said, once it gets to the Senate, it is what it is.
I mean, McConnell already said he in full alignment with the White
saw
House.
That. Yeah,
Like they strategizing on how they can get this shit done the quickest.
they told you.
They don't even want to have witnesses in the trial. They
for
just
real?
said they gonna push the shit through, vote, and it's done.
But the thing is, if they do bring witnesses to trial, he can bring Democrats to trial, and it can get real messy
Yeah,
because they can ask any and every question they want to ask.
Nice little shit show.
Yeah.
that's what you want. It's a reality show for Trump, man.
Yeah, it's a joke, man. It's
Yeah.
a joke. I mean, presidency is a joke, period. You let me tell it, but
He's the third. I want to say he's the third president to be impeached. I want to say
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson and Bill Clinton.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
got it,
Dirty
Bill.
Bill.
Yeah.
Saved it.
All off the dome.
Yeah.
Oh, dirty Bill.
Yeah. Nixon would have got impeached, but he chose to step down.
Smart
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'd do.
Yeah, but Nixon was about to get this full job.
Yeah.
He would've
Yeah.
got the full
Yeah,
job.
he lucky for what?
Like for real, Nixon was Trump before.
Yeah,
before Trump.
yeah.
Nixon put his 2 weeks in. He said, fuck it.
And,
what I
and
mean?
luckily he got that.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
They all presidents, man. I mean, you can't get to that level of politics without having a lot of dirt on you, man. It's just
Man,
that's the
that shit
nature of
a
the
joke,
business,
man.
man. Just the nature of the business, man. But Trump just overtly don't give a fuck. Like he
Trump
just
is
gonna
an idiot.
he gonna say whatever,
Bush.
man. Yeah, he Bush on
Bush.
steroids,
Yeah.
man.
Bush
With no filter.
Zero concern.
Yeah.
Bush without Bush Senior.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't got nobody
Bush
saying.
Senior to say, shut
He ain't got no OG.
Right.
boy.
Right.
He is Bush with no filter whatsoever. man.
None whatsoever.
I think that, like I said, a lot of people, when they seen impeached, they thought,
It was great. He was getting out of it.
somebody was just going to come scoop him up
Yeah.
and just escort him out the building or
Oh, I
whatnot.
saw all types of. I need him to pack his clothes at night. And peace out.
I saw all
Okay.
type of shit on my time.
He can pack that shit. He gonna move it to another room. in
Yeah,
that motherfucker.
yeah.
He was like, oh yeah, he out of here. I knew he won't going into the new year. That nigga ain't going.
And the crazy, like, I agree with you though, T. I think it might have helped him.
It did.
Like, I think it really might have helped him.
All it is going, like I said, is going to rile up the people, man. They really going to be like, they trying to steal the election. Yeah. We got to make sure we support them, man.
I seen a little video, right, and the guy was interviewing different Trump supporters on the street. He was saying something wild shit. He was like, Trump broke into the DNC or some shit and stole his paper, blah, 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 blah. Do you think he should have been able to do this? Like, well, yeah. Trump has diplomatic immunity and shit like that.
He talking about goddamn Nixon, man. Mm-hmm. But they don't know. That's how he got voted in. Low informed voters, man. People don't know,
they don't give a fuck, man.
And everybody live through social media, man. So if I read an article on social media, that's the truth. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna research it or nothing. I'm gonna get 10 more people that think exactly like me, and that's my truth. That's my truth.
And the shit that be so funny about it be poor people.
Yes, yeah.
It be the poorest, low educated of people, and they be like, Trump love us.
The people he gives zero fucks about for real.
Again. Yeah, I think that
they the ones who be the lowest of the low.
Yep.
It's just more publicity. Even though he is a president, he's looked at more than anybody else, but I think it's just good publicity, man, because he's got a big fan base and he's got a lot of undercover fans.
He's a star. He's a star.
Look how this shit was last night, dog. They having a rally in the middle of him getting impeached. Like he set this shit up.
Then he say some shit. He say some shit like it's a terrible thing with their toys.
Yeah. He tweet himself up in there. Yeah. Y'all see what they doing to your boy? You see how they fucking with me?
And he talked about the man that just died a couple weeks ago. One of the congressmen, his wife replaced him, but the congressman died, and Trump said, I guess he's looking up on this, like saying that the man went to hell. Yeah.
That motherfucker terrible. You know where you gonna be at.
The man has no filter, man.
None whatsoever,
awful,
man.
Just like with
it's funny though because they can put all kinds of stuff right there in their face, and they
don't matter.
Don't see it. Just like the interview he did, like in the 80s or the 90s or whatever. He said, if I was to ever run for president, I'd run as a Republican because the Republicans are idiots. Mm-hmm. They don't even care.
The man literally said that.
Yeah, and he on all type of videos saying that they don't give.
People change.
Yeah.
The man
tripping, man.
He's a Teflon, man. Nothing's gonna stick.
Yeah, he talking about Republican, Democrat. That man don't care nothing about Republican or no Democrat. No one does. And anybody with money to know that them shits are the same. Yeah.
And they also need people to chill out, man, because if he is impeached, his number 2 is not the strongest.
Exactly. Who the
strongest? Pence?
Nigga, he might be worse.
Yeah.
Like Pence, I don't know what he did to his wife, but she don't allow him to take any phone calls with females without her there.
Really?
He like a real Christian, like a heavy Christian, like super duper Christian.
But you had to do something for your wife to get to that point. Like for you can't speak to no females.
Yeah, you're fucking.
You doing something, dog.
Well, what Clayton Thomas said, y'all out here fucking.
How you gonna be president and you can't speak to another female without your wife in the room?
How did she pull that off?
Didn't his wife work at a school with some?
I don't know.
Shit
but
how you pull that off?
I don't know, man. You gotta talk to the President Angela Merkel of Germany, and she won't talk diplomacy and stuff. Nah, hold on, I gotta get my wife in here.
My wife's
you the
not
president.
Here.
You supposed to be the leader of the free world,
yeah.
But you can't talk without your wife in the room. Crazy.
He's not going to be a great replacement. Well, he's not even going to be a replacement because I don't see nothing happening with this. I think we're.
And he's going to win the next one too.
I think so.
They always give the loser 8 years, man. Mm-hmm. They gotta always get 8 years. They don't put them in position for them couple of minutes. They need them 8 years, just like they put Barack in for 8 years.
Mm-hmm. I think we're. As a whole, I think we're giving this situation like too much energy with the social media and stuff like that.
That's been his whole presidency.
Mm-hmm.
That shit a joke.
He feeds off of that shit, dog.
Think about it. How old are you?
37.
37. I'm 40. So in your lifetime, with the switching or the changing of the president, what has actually changed for you? The only thing I can ever say that changed is the price of gas, man. Everything else, president ain't done shit for me. When the gas was high, Barack came in, brought the gas down.
Yeah. I mean, the main thing with politics, man, is local, man. Worry about the stuff going on locally.
Exactly.
That's the stuff you need to be voting for. Them the people you need to be supporting. Because ultimately, man, the stuff that go on at that level, the presidential level, you ain't gonna have much. You ain't gonna be able to do much about it. You ain't gonna be able to have much influence on it. So you just gonna have to take the shit as it come down here. That's the
important word you said, influence.
Yeah.
'Cause that's all we do.
Yeah.
They say you influence the popular vote. They don't say the popular vote win. They say you influence the popular vote. So as long as you got a little strategic terminologies placed in there, your vote don't mean shit, man.
Who's gonna run against him in the next election? Who do y'all think?
man.
A loser. Whoever it is,
Yeah.
they finna lose.
I don't know, man. It's none of them
I'm not a fan of
look
it.
like they up to it, man.
Nah, man.
What
I
about,
agree.
What about a girl from New York? I forget her name.
The girl from New York,
Alex Sandra.
Corsi.
Yeah. I think she's coming soon.
But she young, man. She
Yeah.
ain't even. I don't even think she 30 yet. So she can't even run
She
for
can't even be
president.
president yet.
She
She
can't
got
even
5
be
more
president.
But she's coming. She's coming. I
It's
think.
it's gonna be Dirty Joe. Unfortunately, I would like to throw that in. Very unfortunately, it's gonna be Dirty Joe.
I don't want to see it. No disrespect. And the views of Snuff McGee do not represent Snuff McGee.
Man,
But
fuck Joe
I don't
Biden.
want to see an old white man in office.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying, dog. They don't
Joe
like.
Biden don't like none of us in this room. Fuck Joe Biden.
Even
Nah.
though they on both ends, like you got Joe over here, you got Bernie over here. A lot of people like Bernie. Bernie too
Bernie
old
gonna
to be.
die,
Yeah,
man.
Bernie
gonna die.
Bernie
You can't be-
94.
You can't be
Bernie look like
85.
And like I said, it's not disrespect, but these
I want
guys.
the ring, the precious.
These guys are old, man. Like, I mean, they're not in with the
don't-
times.
You don't want them represent. I'm 40 and I'm old. So if you fucking 70s and 80s, do you want their views really setting shit up for you?
And they don't understand you.
You
like,
still
they
think I
can-
need a separate bathroom?
I mean, you any kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? You think black kids supposed to warm feet still, man?
What's this guy's name? It's only one person that he's never gonna get the.
I mean, I rock with Biden before I rock with another few years of
I hate
the
to
dump.
refer to him as this, but the Asian guy.
Oh, Yang?
Yeah,
Andrew Yang?
yeah, I like him. He
Yeah,
he
but
ain't gonna make it, but he.
Yeah, he ain't gonna.
I don't know. We done had everything. We done had a black man, an orange guy.
Yeah.
Might be time for an Asian. Yeah, right. Now with China, people go crazy. The people who vote for Trump will shoot the world up.
Yeah, you right. You
Put an
right.
Asian in there. Oh, y'all we gave you a color. Now
This is going too goddamn far.
now
Well, you
we're
know
gonna have
that-
General
yeah.
Tosos everywhere.
You know they're tooling up now with that
Yep.
impeachment going
Oh, yeah.
on. A lot of ammunition.
Me too.
Check the stores.
Them people said let them get rid of Trump and we're gonna have a civil war. Like,
Yeah, dude really said
who's the
that.
civil war gonna be against? Who you?
Yeah, who
you know
against
it has
who,
to
bro?
be two sides. Like
Yeah.
what are you civil war?
And you see that? I mean, with the
Killing Democrats?
you said they tooling up, man.
Niggas.
The that Second Amendment sanctuary. Dinwiddie passed it. Prince
Dinwiddie
George.
didn't say- I gotta go back home.
Dinwiddie passed
I
it.
gotta go back home. Shout out to Dinwiddie for passing.
Yeah.
I don't even really know.
Prince
what the
George
sanctuary
passed
shit is,
it.
That's what I said,
Amelia
but-
passed it.
Chesterfield.
Chesterfield didn't pass. Chesterfield
And there was
like
a-
deferred it.
Chesterfield was a sanctuary for Mexicans and immigrants and all that.
Chesterfield becoming more and more liberal, man.
Fill me in, big
Is
dog. What's this?
basically as we're saying, with the Democrats controlling both houses in the state, all branches in the state, they going gun control it's probably gonna happen. They're gonna put more stuff in place to say background checks, close the gun show loophole, all that stuff. So
And
they
change your clips. That's the
yeah
real thing. They want
no
the magazines.
get
They
rid of the
want
magazines and
anything
stuff.
over
So
10s and shit.
I gotta get my drum this Christmas then, so I can already have it.
So what the counties are saying is that we don't have to honor these laws. We're still going to honor the Constitution, which is saying I have a right to bear arms, regardless of any new rules that you put in place. And so the sheriffs and the police in those areas saying we won't recognize those laws, basically.
Really?
Yeah. So
They did that earlier this year on some things, and it was like we ain't gonna recognize the law. What were we talking about then?
I know how you feel about it. But how do y'all feel about that?
what? I think any type of gun control they put in place, man, is ultimately not going to take the guns out of the people that, you know, are going to do the harm. I think it's some logical stuff you can do. Like, you know, if you got a domestic abuse charge, you probably
clearly
should,
you don't need one. Yeah.
You may need to put some stuff in place to kind of help people not get. You have some type of case of mental illness that's been diagnosed, and maybe you shouldn't have a gun. That type of thing.
But they can't though. Like when you fill out your paperwork, it asks you, do you have such? I mean, crazy story, and I don't want to put no names out, but I'm in the gun store buying a gun one day, and I see a girl there trying to buy a gun, and I already know that you got a mental issue or whatever. So I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yo, what is she doing over here trying to get a gun? So boom, I'm walking around, and I see the police coming. So I know the cops, so I like, man, who you going to come in here and harass? He said, man, I'm about to harass this girl right here. So, you know, it hit me like I know the girl. I know the girl. I know her since she was a little kid or whatever. So, you know, that's an immediate charge and an arrestable offense to even sign that paperwork knowing that you have spent any kind of time in a mental facility. That is a felony. That's a felony, an arrestable offense. And he came down there and arrested her right there on the spot, man. And it's a crazy story. The girl has passed now. Through a crazy event that happened out in Hopewell last year. Y'all might have
I know you're talking about, yeah.
It's crazy. Like I knew that girl since she was a little kid or whatever, and I was there that day because like when it happened, I reached out to some people I know to contact her mom so she could get a head start on what was happening or whatever. It was crazy. And then for what had happened to her. You know, the way she passed or whatever, that was crazy. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I want to say it was last year, I want to say.
Man, been the beginning of this year. End of last year. Maybe about this time last year or something. I don't even know. Time flies so fast.
I hate to crank this segue, but since we're talking about young girls, Carol Sanchez, 16-year-old girl in the Bronx on Monday, she was shown on video being thrown into a car by two gentlemen, and they also pushed her mom to the ground. Amber Alert was issued. She was found on Tuesday unharmed. This hasn't been confirmed, but it's pretty much a lot of speculation going on saying that it was staged. A staged act because she was mad at her mom. I want to say that I heard something about going back to Honduras.
That's what I saw as well,
Yeah. But, you know, with... they're really pushing the searching for missing children, the human trafficking going on right now, and the crying wolf thing. You know, the Juicy Smollett.
Justice Smollett.
You know, when he faked the KKK.
Name no more, man.
What's his name? What's the new name?
Go ahead.
Juicy Smollett.
That what Dave
Dave Chappelle dubbed him that.
Yeah, when he said he was beaten up as he was going to Subway at 3 in the morning. First of all, who goes to Subway for a late night snack?
What the fuck Subway got at 3 in the morning?
Who gets up and walks your famous ass to the goddamn Subway?
Not only that, in fucking Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only is it cold, them niggas cold too.
Yeah.
Somebody got that iron on your ass.
Going out here to walk.
My whole thing with her is, you know, with her being 16 years old, this thing is going to follow her the rest of her life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody Googles her name, that's going to pop up, man. And, you know, I hate to be talking about it, but also I hate the crying wolf thing does not look good. Especially when this is a very serious issue. Even in our area, there's a lot of missing girls in our area.
Yeah.
And it's nothing to make fun of, nothing to be fake about. So, I don't know. Charges haven't been brought forth yet that I've heard about.
But didn't she apologize for it?
I haven't heard that she did apologize. But also with the guys who, they want to say the guys who threw her in the car, they said they were 20 plus.
You see that?
So now they going to get charged.
Contributing. Yeah.
See, she don't even. You said she was 16, right?
Yeah, but they're not even from the Bronx. I want to say they were like 60 miles from. They live 60 miles away, but they was in the Bronx for like an appointment or something like that.
Do she know him? Like, did she know him?
We have to wait and see. I mean, I'm assuming if it's staged that, you know, and the fact that she came back unharmed.
That's when she came back unharmed. When they said they just let her go, that's when I was like skeptical. I was like, I don't know.
Carol Sanchez.
I was like, typically when that shit happen, they don't be just
It's
bringing you
something.
back.
Yeah.
You know,
I've seen a lot of people.
You don't get away.
No,
You now hide in Europe in a box all day long until somebody come to purchase you.
Man, with all fairness, I do know a girl who got kidnapped earlier this year. She was found. I won't quite say she was unharmed, but she was found. So it is possible.
She was found though.
Found though.
Yeah.
How though?
Found.
Found like how found? Like, did she run away and just get high and had sex with a bunch of little boys the whole time, and then she ended up going home?
No, she got full on kidnapped. The dude got arrested for and all that type of shit.
But like they found her, right?
Yeah.
He didn't take her back and just drop her off and nothing.
Funny enough, according to the story that I heard, at least after a few days of whatever went on where she was, he did eventually let her go. I don't know if maybe he just had his feel with her, or what have you, because she, like I said, she wasn't unharmed at the same time. Okay. So some people just that type of crazy.
Was it a conscious thing, or did he think like, I might be seeing
Was it a family
some...
member?
No, she's not a family member, but I've known this girl since I was.
I mean, not your family.
The guy that
assailant.
Not to my knowledge, at least.
But related to this, you saw is a girl that just got she just got I don't know how long the sentence was, but she killed the guy that basically sold her. I mean, put her into the sex trade, man, as a child, and she killed him, and she got she going to jail for that shit, man.
Shit, what's her name? Centonia, whatever.
Yeah, she just got out. No. This is
another
a new
girl.
one. This is a new one, and I'm like, how, as a juror, how you justify that, man?
Yeah.
Let me
Of course.
Allow me
Just making sure.
Allow me to go left with that, with the Centoria thing. She bounced back. She bounced back.
She bounced back
She
heavy.
did.
And somebody jumped on it.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him.
Can't be mad at him.
I don't blame one bit.
Yeah.
He jumped on her when she was in prison, though.
Yeah. He was a pen pal.
Yeah. Let me go and get up on this right quick.
It's a chance.
Yeah.
It's a very high possibility you come home.
Yeah. Power to you, brother.
Might get that lump sum.
Yeah. Oh, she got a little piece of change now.
You see Delicious?
With my man from the Central Park.
Yeah.
They married now, engaged.
You think I'm gonna let that? What he got, like 30 million with it? I'll take 30.
Delicious hooked up with him?
Yeah. She ain't just hook up with him. They getting married.
I think they just got engaged a couple weeks ago.
I be following Delicious. I like how y'all fell in love quick. You just start saying something about her.
You fall in love for 30 million real quick too, brother.
I fall in love for Delicious.
Shout out to
Every
Delicious.
time I look at her now, I be like, you sure is.
Shout out Flavor of Love. Flavor Flav.
What he did for the culture.
I want to say Flav just had a kid again.
He did.
Well, how many is that, man?
33. He's 107. How the fuck is he still having?
He Clarence Carter, man. He's
kissing them
stroking
women, man.
He was tonguing the fuck out of them bitches on Flavor Love.
Tonguing them, the stuff you want to throw up in your mouth.
Yeah, he pulled a piece of her food up. I saw it.
Whoa.
Chicken wanted. Hey, look, we gotta try to go back in the day, but what about when that lady pooped on the floor? Y'all remember that?
Oh, yeah.
How the fuck does that happen, man?
You gotta choke that bitch.
That was.
She did choking and pooped that motherfucker drop right there on the step.
We talk about the shows that's on now. We had some shit going on in the early 2000s.
What's her name? Spitting on no girl.
Peak reality show right there.
He started that shit.
Flav. Shout out to Flav for that, man.
And here I was every week in front of TV.
I was all in.
The white girl spit on New York.
Mm-hmm.
That bitch. Right?
She spit a good one on too.
Yeah, New York can play that shit.
That was a loogie.
Then it tumbled and floated through the air.
That's a good look. She spit that bitch like she smoked cigarettes.
When they slowed that junk down, you see that junk coming through?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I might have hit a Will Smith and fell if I got like that, man.
Yeah, we gotta own that, man. That was our generation, man.
Yeah.
We like making a band, man. I like that one.
Dylons.
Yeah.
Hey, did he supposedly he said he bringing it back.
Nobody wants to do that. Come on,
man.
I think
I'm sick of
he
Puff.
can't top that.
Can he retire? Can he stop?
Hey, yo,
doing
did he just had his 50th birthday party?
Yeah.
That shit look pretty dope.
Hey, you see how old girl left 50 now? I mean, left him and now she married, got a baby.
Yeah.
You talking about
Cassie.
Cassie.
Is it somebody famous or just somebody?
No, Cassie.
No, I know Cassie. I'm just saying who she with.
Her trainer. I think a trainer or something. It was a trainer or
got
something.
They married and got a kid.
He don't work out with me at the gym. You know, he's somebody.
But I mean, Diddy was smashing Steve's daughter too, right? Steve Harvey daughter.
So yeah,
Diddy was
his
probably
son.
smashing Steve.
Ooh.
What was that?
Too far?
What'd you say?
I mean, I
Diddy was
just
probably smashing Steve.
He probably won't to smash Steve.
Yeah.
Cause I saw Diddy on the.
I ain't gonna say that, but I ain't putting that on Steve for real.
Champs.
I'm more putting that on Diddy than.
yeah, when he with Fabulous.
He was
Fabulous.
like, we ain't party.
We need to party, Playboy.
Yeah.
Fabulous like, yo, we did. We
Well,
hung
you know
out. He was
that.
like, we did hang out.
Nah, nigga, we need to hang out.
Yeah,
Hang out.
Fabulous is kind of uncomfortable. You see it?
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
way uncomfortable.
We need to hang out with a wing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, Diddy like to party with Jamie Foxx.
That was kind of like that
Diddy
Tyler.
like to party.
Yeah, they do the naked basketball and all that old shit.
All that weird shit, boy.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Tyler Creator Phone Flex interview. It was very
very
very uncomfortable.
Hey,
I
nigga,
didn't see that.
I was fucking tripping off that shit.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
But he got a song talking about his boy. Like, I do some
Wait,
shit.
With Tyler the
Cause he
Creator.
like boys for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't let that shit. I mean, Will Smith's son see him Tyler Creator, my boyfriend. I just
And
watched
Will
it.
Smith's son don't have eyebrows, so he crazy anyway.
Like, did something just happen to him? Like, he got something going on or something?
But like Tyler and
He be
Flex,
giving
like
food though.
like he was making Flex uncomfortable on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it was funny because I knew he was
Yeah,
doing it
look
on
at
purpose.
Yeah,
That shit was fucking.
He was fucking with Flex.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, Flex was like,
Pause.
be clear,
Be-
be clear. That shit's hilarious, man. Like I can't even lie, man.
I didn't see that.
Speaking of Steve Harvey, man, Kel sent me a video this week, and the funny thing is, I watched it the day before.
You like I did.
Yeah, Mark Curry hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He was doing an interview, and he was saying that Steve Harvey had stole some of his jokes, and he confronted him at a Def Jam 25. When asked about what happened, he said, "Ask Steve." Now, Mark also said a lot of people have been stealing his jokes. Mark did have a little bitterness to him with that interview, but it seemed like he wasn't lying about it.
Yeah.
So, stealing comics jokes, Kel, how do you feel about that?
You can't do that shit, man. You can't. And he said, "Ask Steve how it went." You know, Mark from Oakland.
Yeah,
He played for the Warriors.
on the TV show.
Hey, he played for the Warriors.
Wait. He did play for somebody, did he? Oh, that was just for the show.
Nah, that was just
Mr. Mr.
Yeah,
Cooper.
was-
Yeah,
nigga, the show was that
No
good.
basketball.
No, the show was that good.
Mr. Cooper went league.
Yeah.
I don't know about Mark Curry.
Wasted.
But no, Mark Curry.
Wasted height.
Mark Curry has been one of the funniest niggas in the game since the '90s. But nah, see, you say because you're not into this.
He's undercover
He
funny.
really
man.
is.
I mean, no. I like his comedy, but you said he's been one of the, what you say?
One of the funniest niggas since
Well,
the '90s.
Mark Curry is like one of those guys. He's like your favorite comedian's favorite comedian.
Yeah.
Is one of them.
He's
Yeah.
funny, though.
True working comedian,
Yeah.
right?
And
Yeah.
I mean, this ain't the first. Let's be honest. This ain't the first time we heard about Steve Harvey stealing from niggas.
Steve Harvey sucks, man.
The Mac Man.
Yeah. Well,
Steve Harvey is the worst. I've been to a lot of comedy shows between like Funny Bone and people coming to town. Steve Harvey is and was the absolute boringest, worstest stand-up comic shit I ever seen. I was so ready to go when that nigga was doing his jokes, man.
I like a couple of Steve's things. I think Steve.
See, you crazy. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Show your love.
Yeah.
But
And that's not even stand-up.
yeah. But with the whole Bernie Mac situation, Steve is a hater because when Bernie was getting like Ocean's 11 them deals, Steve was mad because it didn't get to him, and he was vocal
He
about
suck.
it.
He can't even act though. He awful.
Yeah, it got back to Bernie.
I mean, he was in Johnson Family Vacation, you know.
And he was awful in it. That's what I was just thinking about when I was
He was
there.
also in what's the Nick Cannon movie when he was Nick's daddy.
Oh,
awful
Love
in
Don't
that.
Cost a Thing.
Yeah.
He
awful
did.
in
He
that.
did have one funny last.
But he had the hat on the whole movie.
Yeah. Get your
He
big
was
wide
in
ass
another
off
one
my
of them.
door.
He was in another one of them tap dancing break bads or whatever them shit.
Was he in like one of the B2K joints? Was he in one of them joints?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit, he was the goddamn.
He owned
You
the
Got
club or
Served.
something.
You got served.
He was the
Yeah,
representing
yeah,
nigga. Yeah,
yeah,
he sure
yeah.
was.
I know that nigga was in that being dumb with the big ass head and the big ass.
And that big ass mustache.
I think Steve like I've heard this. I heard this a long time ago. They say he's an asshole behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
I believe it.
he's
Hey.
an ass.
I used to like how old boy used to go in on his ass. Remember we had them cats that used to be on the radio. with that cat, crazy cat, man. He came on the radio, he used to talk crazy shit.
Oh,
got kicked off.
Star
Buck
Wild. Yeah.
Hey, fuck that carpet head, motherfucker. Star Buck Wild, fuck that motherfucker, man.
I know Cat had went at him hard at one time. And then one time Steve was doing an interview with Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx was going back at Cat, which I didn't like. You know, like Jamie should have stayed out of it.
Yeah.
Cat's paid his dues, man. Cat ain't just like some dude just came out of nowhere. He's paid his dues with the comedy scene.
And
Cat
let's not
funny,
get it twisted.
man.
He one of the
funny,
funniest
man.
motherfuckers.
Funny, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he crazy.
Yeah.
But he funny because that whole
That
shit.
just lends to his funny though.
That whole shit with him and that little boy had him in that choke.
Yeah. I'm like, where's the security, man?
Somebody.
He out there back.
Where the big homie
He
something.
done went to the hood and got on his car and played soccer with the goddamn kids. And the boy put him in the choke.
And now he in the memes when he walking with the white lady talking about motherfucker fresh out of jail, or
Yeah.
when you get fired and you come back as a temp and things of that nature, man. Cat is he's amazing on stage. He's kind of like the new age Richard Pryor, man. Like on stage, he's a genius,
So
but
eccentric, man.
Is he gay too?
I'm not sure. I know he's got a lot of kids, a lot of adopted
He
kids.
do got kids.
Yeah,
Last year, Pryor was.
yeah. I
don't
heard
think
about
it's
Richard.
alleged. I mean,
Yeah,
Pryor
Richard.
said
Yeah,
it.
His wife. I mean, then his wife.
Yeah, his wife said it too. Yeah.
Pam Grier, whatever she said.
Yeah, no, they said he was sucking dick out here.
He said Pam Grier he used to have so much coke that his sperm poisoned her inside.
yeah. She couldn't have kids because of that.
His sperm was so polluted that it poisoned her inside.
Well, I don't even think it was that. I think he was putting coke on the shit. He was putting coke on the shit.
Dang.
Keep it hard or whatnot.
70s was crazy,
Yeah.
dog. The 70s, man.
You don't listen to Richard Pryor? He said somebody told him you put coke in your dick and stay hard all night. Shouldn't have told me that.
Yeah, nigga, I think that shit was real though.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything. The thing I love about his comedy, man, his shit was real. He was talking about shit he was doing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it
dog.
wasn't no made up shit. He was.
Any of y'all niggas know where to get some coke?
Now Richard Pryor was like, he was doing so much shit.
Money at the store up the street.
Now he said he was doing so much shit. The motherfucker, the drug dealers didn't want to sell him to him no more.
Yeah.
I believe it. Cause he was getting all that money, nigga. You know how much coke you can buy with all that goddamn money?
It's bad, man.
Didn't he say he had a truck coming in with bricks in it? I think he had a truck coming to his house that
I
had
wouldn't
bricks
be
in it.
surprised, man.
He had the money.
He's the GOAT, man.
Yeah, he did have
He
that
not the
bread.
goat, man.
You say he the goat?
He not the goat.
Nah, I don't call Richard Pryor no goddamn goat.
Eddie Murphy's the goddamn goat.
I like Eddie, man. Richard, that dude too. I like him though, man.
No, I'm not. It's not to take anything away from Richard.
I feel you.
Eddie Murphy's the goddamn goat.
Opinions, man. Opinions.
You know
I don't
how I
like
feel about
everything Eddie
that.
ever did except for
Except for goddamn Norbit.
I like Norbit.
That shit was
I didn't like
pure trash.
I didn't like that shit he was in with that other guy. With that white guy, man.
Bowfinger?
Both.
Nigga, you
Oh
fucking crazy.
man, I love
You
Bowfinger.
fucking crazy.
I have
I
never
watched it
seen
a couple
that shit.
times. That ain't high on my list of Eddie.
Bowfinger.
That's the absolute
Even
worst.
if it ain't high on your list, it is 10 times
It's
better.
not.
never seen
The
that
thing
shit.
is, it's not an Eddie movie. Bowfinger
Norbit?
is just funny.
Please don't.
I didn't laugh one time watching Norbit. Not
Please
one
don't trim
fucking
that
time.
fat.
Now
You
Marlon
ain't laugh
Wayans.
at when she got in that damn car and
That shit's not funny, dog. That movie's horrible.
Marlon Wayans
and you
is
laughing
funny.
at Eddie Murphy running across the highway on,
Yes,
on
I
that
do.
fucking Bowfinger
That's
shit.
my favorite scene.
What in the fuck? Are you That's the awfulest shit he ever did.
Yeah,
Other
you
than that, Mr.
That Mr. Church.
Mr. Church. That's the
Yeah.
word.
I ain't even watched that yet.
Don't watch
It's
that.
the worst shit.
It'll tarnish.
It's not an Eddie Murphy movie, man.
Norbit is the second worst movie. Oh,
No,
no,
you
third
tripping.
worst movie ever made.
Norbit is one of the best shits ever.
The Color Purple
Norbit,
is the first worst
no.
movie.
Color
Beloved, The Color Purple is the worst movie
Oh,
ever
he's
made.
on
Here you go,
he's
man.
on
Yeah, I'm gonna
Color
keep.
Purple the
Before-
worst movie.
Beloved is the second worst movie.
Beloved is the absolute scariest, worstest movie. I've never even seen all that crazy shit.
And then
Did they have like bugs or something?
Man, that shit was
Yeah,
weird as
yeah.
fuck, dog.
But
Fuck
have
that
you
movie,
the shit? I saw Beloved
scary.
right after I read the book. We had to read the book.
I read the book
okay.
of the Color Purple.
Yeah, Beloved was some
That shit weird as hell, man.
Some different
I
shit.
don't
dog.
like that shit.
Nah,
I
that was
didn't- I
scary.
didn't-
They
I
let
didn't
you
wanna
know
see it.
what the old girl was into, man.
That shit weird, dog.
I didn't want to see it, man.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
But you know, Ed this week, Ed's gonna host Saturday Night Live.
Yes,
When is
sir.
that, this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this gonna be a family
When that
event.
come on?
Saturday
Saturday at 11?
Saturday night,
Damn, I like
11:30.
Saturday Night Live, and I'm gonna look at that.
You got to mind to record that, man. It's
Yeah,
been
man.
about 35 years since he's been on the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
get
heard
used
Eddie about to do a tour on their ass.
Yeah,
that's what
he said. He
I'm
said
gonna spend that money for that shit.
he said he gonna he said he definitely gonna do Gumby he gonna do Buckwheat
And
on that joint.
Mr. Rogers.
I
Yeah.
gotta watch it.
Or Mr. Robinson's neighborhood.
Yeah.
All that money I paid to see Martin when he came out, I will pay more.
Yeah, and he said he's gonna start in the small
$600
clubs,
total.
and he's gonna give himself like 8 to 9 months before he does the special.
You know, Netflix gonna get him something.
Yeah. Not only is he hosting the show, but my girl is a musical guest, Lizzo. The girl, she's had a hell of a fucking year, man.
She on one.
She has
To be the musical guest for the greatest SNL performer who's coming back after 35 years. It's not like, who's gonna do musical guest, and it's not a big thing. It's like, we gotta get who's hot.
So never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone. That's true. What you're saying is true.
When
so.
she's singing before him or after him.
I'm not saying that you have to be a fan of her music.
No,
I'm just saying how
I like
hot.
her music.
I'm about to say that's the thing. I
Like that
actually don't think
song?
her music is bad
It's
at all.
not bad, but
like her
she's hot. It's not. It's her music. It's her thong song
she's a
stuff
bad
going on.
She can play the fucking violin. Like she
Yeah.
dope. Like
I
it's
think
musically
she's a
she
bad
dope as
influence.
fuck.
I think she's bad for the children. I just think she's just.
Do you think Cisco would sing thong song when he saw that? Did
He
you?
probably vomited up.
You know the Cisco. I like the way. You know none of that.
Hey, thong song's a good song. Fuck you.
Hey, I like thong song, man.
I think what bothered me about Lizzo, and it's not anything to do with her, so it's not really fair for me to say what bothered me about her. But the way white people attached to her, I didn't like that. Like she blew up because of that, and I felt like, white
They like
white women were the biggest ones. Oh, body positivity, man. Fuck that. Her music is fucking fire. Y'all don't even listen to her fucking.
But that's how you cross over though. You said white people attached to it. That's how you cross over. That's how you get that money.
That's why I say it's not on her for real. But it's a superficial attachment. They're attaching because they feel like it's something that they should do because she thicker than some of the other. Like that shit ain't real. You ain't listen to her music. You don't fuck with that shit for real.
Even with the whole enjoy yourself, love your body, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Great. But just because you want to love your body, don't mean you have to put a t-shirt on with your whole flat ass out.
He meant he was gonna talk about that goddamn.
And that's the thing.
It's Lizzo.
But-
How did you not talk about it?
But
Awful, man.
I
That's
will
the
say
most
this though:
awful shit.
if it was a bubble back there, would have been an issue.
No, because it's bigger than that.
But that's what I told them last week.
awful.
I was like, let's be fucking realistic.
Because somebody said if Rihanna had it on, y'all wouldn't have nothing.
You goddamn
I
right.
would not have a goddamn thing to say. I screenshot it
I think it's different, man, in that
and keep it for a few months.
Rihanna probably would never do it because she don't have to do it. But at the same time,
Rihanna probably done it already. I'm sure.
but
Not at a Lakers game.
Not
if
with
we had,
children are at.
if you had it's a time and a place for
It
everything.
wouldn't be
man.
that big of a deal if it wasn't there.
Right, if she would have been walking down the street anywhere else except in the middle of a fucking Lakers
That's
game,
right.
everybody been like, "Oh, it's Lizzo.
Yeah.
She do what she do." But for you to do that plus do the twerking and all that stuff,
Right.
it's like
And you look like Rikishi.
Because nobody even was going to. Nobody.
All I can think about is her jumping off the ropes on somebody's head, man. That's all I can think about.
I'm a fucking Lakers fan, so I follow all Lakers forums. I'm following all Lakers posts on social media. Nobody was talking about this shit until she got up and decided to twerk.
Right,
This shit.
right.
You walked in the arena like
Right.
that. People saw you. Nobody made a big deal about it. You went to your seat, got your concession, whatever the fuck you did. Nobody made a big deal about it. You brought the attention to yourself, and then people are talking about it. But then you want to get on social media and start
I
crying.
wish some kind of way she had shit herself.
God damn.
Nigga here. My God.
That would have been the end of that bullshit.
but
Nah, I wouldn't have started that bullshit.
Yeah.
this shit is, man, is like we said, we all for body positivity, man. But you also anybody can be criticized, man.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah, they don't say you can't.
they will the same people that say you can't say shit to Lizzo. If Kim Kardashian was in there with none knowing, they be like, look at her, she trying to sell sex, this, that, and the other. They'd have something to say about that. So it can't. If you big, you small, you famous, you're open to criticism, and you can't just because somebody says something about it doesn't necessarily mean they have something against big people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. I'm fat. If I do this show without my shirt on, y'all gonna say something different than if one of these niggas do it without their
I
shirt
don't
on.
know, man. I ain't no small.
I said something, nigga.
Wearing black
I hate
for a reason,
niggas like
man.
I'm just saying you got the Purple Rain shirt on, so I'm thinking you got the ass out now anyway. So
Hey, brother, hey, I'm showing respect to the goat today. We're not gonna do that.
Hey man, look, it's 2020, man.
It's not.
Prince was with the ass out and still pulling.
Hey, I'm about to say Prince had his ass out. I'm still fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Hey,
The best jonts of the 80s.
Prince did what he wanted, man.
Yeah.
Prince was that dude.
Yeah.
High voice, deep voice, dunk on your ass, and then fuck your bitch.
I just like the fact that it feels like, you know, growing up, like Eddie is pretty much making a serious comeback.
Yeah.
We're getting Coming to America 2. We're getting SNL. We're getting a stand up. Another Beverly Hills Cop. Hopefully it's not like 3.
Please don't make that. Please don't make it.
3 was that.
One at the amusement park.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like the
won't the
first
same.
2.
Don't
two,
make that, please.
First two was
And
was
it's
classics.
on you that posted that Trading Places too.
Oh yeah, well, it was
Don't make that shit.
It was a picture with him and Jamie Lee.
Don't make that shit.
I like Trading Places. That was the.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
too.
That was like I used
Don't
to watch
make
it like
a part
every
two.
Sunday.
What
That shit used
started
to come
on-
on every Sunday.
My boys passed a long time ago though.
Mortimer,
Mortimer and Ralph.
Randolph, yeah.
Randolph.
What
Yeah.
the next thing
I was
they
like
do?
100,000 years old.
They were old back then, so
Yeah, shit.
yeah, you can't do Trading Places.
I seen the picture today, and I seen him and Jamie Lee. And when I see Jamie Lee, I will admit that she is a beautiful white woman. And I think of True Lies every time I see her.
You think of True Lies?
There's not a
you
lot
need
of
to think
beautiful
that one
white women.
Before that, when she was hooked, when she was on there, that's the best one.
Trading Places?
Trading
I
Places.
think True Lies. I want to say
She
True
was
Lies.
tough in True Lies too.
Yeah.
She was.
Trading
When
Places, she took
Yeah,
that
but in
one.
True Lies, remember when she was like the housewife,
Yeah, she was
then
sexy
she
on
put
that
the black
jump.
dress on
Yeah,
and
yeah.
threw Schwarzenegger, he threw them all off. Remember he
Yeah.
dropped
You
the
know what to do
recorder.
with herself.
But yeah, shout out Jamie Lee, man. I doubt we get another Trading Places,
I hope not.
but we are getting another Ghostbusters.
Another
We don't need that
Ghostbusters.
either because the last one was trash.
When the
It
last
was.
time you seen Dan Aykroyd, man?
I seen
Oh, the
him-
last Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he
was on
briefly.
something
Yeah, he
else.
popped up.
And then he was in the Adam
Big
Sandler
boy.
What was
movie.
that, 2015 or something like
Yeah.
I
that?
can't remember.
He was
That
in the
shit was
Adam
trash.
Sandler
Nobody
movie.
needs Ghostbusters.
Nah.
We don't need it no
They
more. The
doing
last
it-
one
they
was
doing it.
I
garbage.
mean, the last one didn't really count. It was girls.
They
Like
no.
that.
I saw the trailer for the new
Garbage.
Ghostbusters, man, and it was
Who in it?
what my man name? Damn, can't think of his name. It's like Paul. What's his name?
Mooney.
No, not Paul Mooney. The white dude, Paul.
McCartney.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Nigga
Yeah,
said Paul McCartney.
Paul Rudd. Yeah, Rudd. Man,
Now,
He
I
in
do
the
like
joint,
Paul
man.
Rudd, though.
He was in the joint, but it's like his son had found like they had found something. The old that what was the car name, man? Ecto 1.
Oh, Ecto 1, yeah.
They found that joint and
That's the new one that's coming out, the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I think that
Slimer got to be in that joint.
the original people are gonna make cameos. They're not gonna be fully in the movie. I even think the Black Ghostbuster, Ernie Hudson, he's gonna be in it.
Oh,
They
for
don't
real?
need to make it either way.
It's
Okay,
not
who-
even
who's
good.
in it?
I mean, just leave that alone. But
But I think that
that shit's trash.
you know, they said Eddie was supposed to be the original Ghostbuster.
Really?
Yeah, it was written for him, and he decided to do Beverly Hills Cop.
Tupac was supposed to be the original Jody, but he decided to die.
The views of Kel do not represent.
Hey, first of all, no, I
You
don't.
can't know. I was listening to Smile earlier with Scarface and Tupac.
Yeah, I fucking love Tupac, nigga. You're not gonna do me like that.
I don't know. Some roles just seem like it for certain people, man.
I can't see Ving Rhames him and Tupac.
No,
Yeah.
Tyrese. I think it worked out the way it was supposed to work out.
Tyrese has that amount of bitch ass in him where I can
Yeah.
see him getting
Jesus,
yoked.
sometimes he got to step in and do some things. let me go take this nigga right quick. 'Cause this movie ain't gonna work with
I
him.
don't want you fucking up that movie. Tupac.
Tupac be to fight, fought back, and pull the strap on him and everything.
Then he might have hit the nose ring. And when
Ripped the joint out, blood all in.
Tupac had a nose ring too.
that's what I'm saying.
That's what we
Like
talking
they
about.
would have grabbed Pac's nose ring or whatever. Pac the only nigga that like just scream that thug life and then do the picture in the tub with the gold and the bubbles.
And nobody said anything. You can't say nothing about it.
No, the corset got away with all that, man.
It's Tupacalypse.
Yeah. Moving on. Kevin Garnett this week threw a lot of shade at LeBron James.
Never
I don't understand that. Before we get there, let's say that Kobe, Duncan, and Garnett are eligible for the Hall of Fame this year.
Yes,
they,
sir.
They are nominees,
They
as
probably-
well as Chris Bosh.
They well, I don't know.
Chris
Chris Bosh is gonna be the one that's left out.
Wait, how many years they can be out of the league?
Well, you gotta be 3.
I want to. Well, Kobe's been gone for 4 years now. 3 or
Kobe's been
4.
going. Well, next year it'll be 4
NFL,
years.
you gotta
Yeah.
be 5 years.
Yeah, he ain't been that long for them guys.
Yeah, this ain't
Nah,
Kobe.
It'll be 4 for Kobe next
Chris
year.
Bosh they just decided to say you can't play like.
Won't that like 2014, 15?
I think Bosh is like a down the road Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You don't put him in first ballot.
Especially not with them three
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
and
Right there.
it's no disrespect to Bosh, but I mean Bosh is not.
Wait, is Bosh a Hall of Fame?
He's not.
He can. I think he's earned the right to be a Hall of Famer, but not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Why you saying?
You know, he put up great numbers in Toronto, but he didn't play for maybe like 6 or 7 years.
He was keeping Toronto. Valid.
I mean,
kinda?
it was the East during that time, man.
Yeah.
And well, you didn't have to be that great.
Did you see what just happened to me talking about him?
Nigga yawn, yeah.
What? Oh, Bosch.
Yeah, Bosch is not, Bosch. He like after they don't let a lot of people retire and come in, then he might.
My thing is, how the hell does Chris Bosch get in before Chris Webber?
That's retarded.
Webber ain't in.
No, Webber's not in.
So that lets you know. That lets you know Bosch ain't getting in.
Weber's not in. Tim Hardaway's not in. Mark Jackson's not in the Hall of Fame.
That's because Mark Jackson like Jesus too much.
Yeah, Mark Jackson is
Jesus.
he's a Christian.
Yeah, he asked you us.
Yes, sir.
So that,
Yeshua.
Yeah, that's why you get to liking Jesus. That means.
Yeah, they don't fuck with him. That's why he lost his job and all this shit. But you know.
But yeah, all those guys. I don't think Bosch should wait, man.
He doesn't really stand with those.
Yeah, he
with
can't.
that class.
Yeah. If he do, he gotta say his speech first.
Yeah.
I mean, we know who's going last.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan.
I smacked the shit out of you.
Big fundamentals.
Nah. Kobe Bryant slam dunk giant, nigga.
They both have 5 rings. They both have 5 rings, right?
What that mean?
I mean, you know.
All right, man.
Oscar Robertson got how many?
I think Timmy's done more with less.
Doug,
Hey, look, hold on, look. Let's get back to KG and LeBron. So Kevin Garnett was saying that, you know, they pretty much broke LeBron's will. You know, he made LeBron go to Miami because he knew that they couldn't handle Boston and whatnot. Now, mind you, you know, it wasn't just Kevin Garnett. It was Paul Pierce. It was Ray Allen, Ray John Rondo, Tony Allen. I mean, this is Kendrick Perkins, a very loaded Boston team.
Yeah, I mean, Garnett,
Big three, the first big three.
Garnett won't in Boston his whole career.
as O'Shea Shop pointed out.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he ran for Minnesota.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Oh, Kobe and LeBron break your ass? In the words of O'Shea Shop.
Yeah, after Spreewell turned down that contract, it's like, you know, KG was done in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I mean, and what LeBron supposed to do, man? Like, you see the teams he had in Cleveland? What he supposed to just stay there?
Yeah.
I'm not even a LeBron fan, but that's unreasonable.
Right. We're not going to disrespect Booby on the show, Ross. I'm just...
Booby just a real nigga.
It was just funny. Like, that's the only person I can think of. Like, Ilgauskas and Booby.
What the boy name was? The one that got caught with the gun on the motorcycle riding through?
Yeah.
Guitar.
What was the one that messed with LeBron mama, man?
Delonte. Red Delonte.
Yeah. But
he had Shaq.
He
in his not so prime.
Shaq in his 40s.
Shaq was getting 3 minutes a game.
Yeah. I mean, I understand KG and Pierce, them boys, man, just have a different view of
everything.
Of how it really went down.
Can I say something right quick?
Yeah.
And I feel the need, I gotta say this anytime the name comes up. Hey, Paul Pierce, fuck you. Fuck, I see why they stabbed you.
Damn.
Go ahead.
That's
Go ahead.
Views are killed and that represents Snuff.
That's fine.
Even though just listen to Paul Pierce sometimes, it's like,
He
Paul,
dumb.
Paul, you was out of pocket.
This nigga said he was better than Dwayne Wade.
And then, who was it?
He said he had a
Jalen
better
Rose
career.
pretty much killed him.
Man, nigga, please.
Jalen Rose killed him with that joint. But if you realize
The
that
nigga with the
that
knife tried
Boston,
to kill him with it, but
that Boston team was very eccentric. You had KG, Paul Pierce, Rondo, and Ray Allen.
and old crazy ass Kendrick Perkins.
Kendrick, he just ready to fight at all times.
that nigga got an
and
attitude
Big
problem.
Baby.
He ain't even got to be in the game.
Big baby,
Yeah,
his
big,
retarded ass
soft.
sobbing all on the court.
Yeah, very. Now, with all those different personalities, you got to give Doc a little respect for putting these guys together and
That's why
handling
he don't
that.
get no throat now.
Yeah.
And Rasheed
Yeah,
Wallace.
Rasheed came too.
Ball don't lie.
Tony Allen.
I mean, they had a squad, man. It was a squad.
But name
A
Cleveland
squad that put me to tears.
Right.
Names
Literally.
For LeBron to get them boys to that point is like, come on, man.
At 20-some years old.
Yeah.
That's like when Braun beat Detroit when they had Rasheed, Big Ben Wallace, Rip,
Hamilton, yeah.
Chauncey.
Yeah.
Braun pretty much beat him dolo. Remember that 25 straight points he scored?
Yeah. I mean, Ilgauskas.
Gaga.
I think KG these.
You just shut up.
You know what it is?
I'm not a KG fan anyway. Plus, KG got the little TV podcast thing or whatever he be doing, and he be having skinny jeans on.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga 10 feet tall.
Yeah, they be real young.
And Nigga, you retired from a thing.
I think Barkley said something about it.
You retired from a thing.
Yeah.
You still got on. Come on, dog. You ain't got to keep up. Get you some nice, relaxed.
I don't even know how they
shorts.
make the skinny jeans. You ain't got like a.
They tailor made.
Turn that bitch taper all the way down to the leg.
No, you wear like a 36.
36.
48.
Yeah.
Fuck. You looking stupid as a bitch.
Oh, man.
Skinny jeans.
Oh, damn.
KG.
I think at the end of the day, I think KG, you know, with inside the NBA, he's been hanging around Shaq, and Shaq has been hating a lot too. You know, with the whole thing with Damian Lillard. You know, Shaq is a big hater,
But that
man.
hating was that just fun.
No, Shaq is very sensitive.
True.
Yeah, but Shaq could go at your ass.
Yeah, he went at him,
Put you on a mixtape.
but I think Dame got him on that
Get the
one.
Foosh on. I mean, let's be honest. If we're just talking about rapping, Dame easily got it.
Yeah.
But then I heard niggas hate, oh, Dame taking it all serious. No, nigga, I can just rap better than him.
Yeah. I think them guys, man, that era, they don't like that, you know, these guys, the younger guys, man. It's just they more athletic, man. And I'm a Jordan guy, man. LeBron, what the dude has done is simply amazing, man. It's simply amazing, man. To be
What, he 37 now?
This is year 17.
year 17, the man
I thank God he played for the
arguably
Lakers.
still the best in the league.
17.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say. I thank God he played for the Lakers.
He's playing the point in year 17.
Man, he could possibly average a triple-double this year.
He leads the league in
Hey, they
assists.
playing tonight?
I know
Yeah.
we playing the Bucks right now.
Yeah, they are.
that was a good
and
game.
Yeah, I know.
It's on
Yeah.
already?
Kind of sad I'm missing it. Yeah, it's on.
Yeah,
I've been getting text messages
Yeah,
the whole time.
we'll check it out in a little bit. We ain't got too much longer. Now, I want to get into this issue right here, man. Urban Meyer is open to coaching
The
the
next
NFL.
coach of the Cowboys?
Yeah, I was going to get to that, Kel. Being that you're a Dallas lover, and you know, I don't hold that against you. But Jason Garrett, I heard that he may be on the way out, and there's no more clapping on the sidelines,
If
man.
there is a God, he will be on the way. If he answers my prayers, Jason Garrett.
I've never seen anybody suck it up or be so subpar and continue to hold on to their job. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all something. So everybody watch football. Has anybody ever seen Jason Garrett coaching? I'm a Cowboys fan. I watch all the Cowboys.
clapping.
Yeah.
No, I asked, have you seen him clapping and doing that ugly dumbass smile? Have y'all ever seen him coaching? Have y'all ever seen him talking to a player? Have y'all ever seen him grab a nigga by the face mask? Have y'all seen him do any of the things that a coach would
That
do?
ain't his demeanor.
Cause he a bitch ass nigga, dog.
I haven't seen Tomlin do that either.
I've seen Mike Tomlin coach
I've seen
people.
Tomlin stick his foot out there and trip a motherfucker up.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen
No,
that.
you're not
Baltimore.
gonna sit there. I've seen Mike Tomlin coach,
Hey, look, man.
and we know I hate the Steelers, but I've seen him coach.
You know who I seen coach, and every time I see Belichick on that sideline with that pencil, and he talking to the linebackers or whatever, that's when I know it's a big game.
Does Jason Garrett own a clipboard?
I don't know.
He own a headset and a set of hair.
Yeah,
I tell you what,
He sucks, man.
I think if they lose this weekend to the Eagles, I think next week you'll get an announcement from Jared.
Bruh, I almost hope we lose him. I've been hoping we lose every game.
I think you'll have an interim coach through the end of the year, and then
For the
they'll
last
hire
one?
somebody.
Yeah, Kellen Moore will take over for the rest
Yeah.
of the year.
I
and
just
then
want to
we'll
know
get rid of him.
who the
He's
fuck
on fire.
coached that offensive lineup last week? Because Aaron Donald was invincible.
Yeah.
That offensive line was like the old offensive line. They dominated that game.
You know
man.
what's crazy? I've never been so upset watching a win
Yeah,
in my life.
You just want the season to be over.
The whole time, where the fuck was this all season?
They dominated the Rams, and we got to play them this week.
I mean, low key, not even low key. I mean, Dak had a hell
We
of a
beat the
year.
Rams.
Dak has had an amazing year. He earned his
We beat
money.
the Rams. The Bucks beat the Rams. The Rams.
But they're coming off a humiliating loss, and then they got to play us, we're coming off a humiliating loss as
Y'all
well.
should beat their ass though.
I knew that with the Falcons, if we didn't blow them out, I knew we was gonna lose that game because it was a trap game.
The Falcons always tricky like that, man.
It was a trap game. We didn't had 5 games in a row. We had the Seahawks, Packers, Saints, Ravens.
So the boys let up a little bit.
Yeah, they would. Hey, look, they had to be up for like over a month straight.
Hey, man. It's going to be tough. I mean, y'all want that top seed, man.
I don't know. I don't know if we can get him now.
Tough, man.
We gotta win. We gotta win out. We gotta win out to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Urban Meyer. I think that it's a possibility he could be a good coach in the NFL. I'm not quite sure though, because if you look at the quarterbacks from Ohio State, none of them really have panned out in the NFL.
Let me ask you this: who's a fucking better option for us?
For you all,
Yes.
I think Ron Rivera would be good for y'all.
I hate the fact that they just keep recycling people to get fired.
Say Lincoln Riley, man. That's what he like.
I like Urban Meyer.
You like because he a flashy name.
Hey, maybe.
Hey.
This is Cowboys, baby.
Yeah, what you call Nick came to the NFL.
Well, he didn't do well.
Yeah,
he didn't do well.
Nick Saban? Yeah. Actually, I mean, he didn't have a bad record. He was like on 500 in a couple of years. He did.
He hauled ass.
Yeah.
He didn't even get fired. He quit.
Yeah, I think he.
He's like, this shit ain't for me.
He wanted
grown men over here.
He wanted more. He wanted more control over the players.
Yeah,
he wanted to actually, I guess, coach. If that makes any sense.
He wanted to think it was college, and these men got more money than you, and they doing what they want to do.
And that's my only hesitation with Urban is that he's shown not to have control everywhere he's been. Like trouble has followed after he left.
And
if you can't do that with the college boys,
young boys,
NFL is a totally different beast there, man. So
you know what y'all need, man. I hate to say this, but it's time for him to go for Michigan, man. Y'all need Jim Harbaugh.
But I literally said the same thing last week.
And Harbaugh,
I don't think that's a bad pickup.
Harbaugh was a good coach.
That's a great fucking pickup. Look at his brother.
But this is the problem that what happened in Dallas.
I said Harbaugh was a jerk though.
Is he going to just listen? Because Jerry Jones' problem is he needs someone who's going to do everything he says.
They said Harbaugh was but I think that he was just a college coach, and a lot of them professional players didn't want to hear certain things or whatnot. If you look at his brother John Harbaugh, if he can adapt like his brother adapted with Lamar Jackson, or go to Dallas. In Michigan, we're constantly running the ball. If he can go to Dallas, get the offensive line the way that they should be, Zeke can get 2,000 yards easily.
Zeke, and let's not sleep on Tony Pollard.
Lord,
that boy a beast,
one
man.
game the other day, and now y'all going crazy.
Nah, nigga, he been solid all season. Don't do that.
Yeah, that one game the other day. I didn't.
Don't do that. Nigga, you like the Bucks. Be
solid. Hey, look, quiet as kept. Jameis Winston is having the worst season of all time. He is. I'm not even trying to joke. The dude is going to lead the league in passing yards, touchdowns, and interceptions.
And crab leg stolen.
That's come on, man.
Yep.
We doing that.
That's
we
doing
that.
Are you in blackface?
That's
right
he shouldn't have said nothing about Tony Pollard. He shouldn't have said nothing about Tony Pollard.
Man, let that man.
I just said I ain't know him until.
No, nigga, that ain't what you said.
Look, have you seen Florida State since Jameis been gone?
No.
I'm just saying.
Nobody has.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a Notre Dame fan. I'm not looking for Florida State anyway.
Jameis Winston brought them boys a chip, man.
He did.
He gonna get Tampa one before it's over with.
No.
I like James.
I like y'all offense.
I'll get one for y'all.
We ain't getting one till Jerry Jones die.
So you got 100 years.
Yeah,
I know because he got all of them. He gonna keep buying hearts like the Rothschild.
Yeah, he gonna take. He might have your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Jerry Jones cloned himself.
Yeah, but he refused to die, God.
He gonna do that get out.
Yeah.
He gonna do that get out with that joint. I like Tampa Bay's offense. Mike Evans is gone for the year though, but Godwin is a number one now. He's a number one.
Nah, he out for the year too now.
He hurt too.
Godwin.
Both of them in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first time since Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardle.
And
Bolden they made it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, they the first two that did it. I mean, the last two.
That's a great. That might be the best tandem. Who's the best tandem wide receiver right now?
Oh, straight up, it's Mike Evans and Godwin. Ain't nobody.
I won't argue against that.
I'm agree with him.
I mean, you can say. I mean, Thielen and Diggs could be number two.
Nah, you gotta look at the numbers. Their numbers ain't up there.
Yeah. I mean, those numbers are. I'm just saying, like duo wise, you know.
Yeah, but if you gonna pick them and you got chances, I know who I'm picking. I'm biased maybe, but I don't see in every game. I don't see what they doing. And shit, and I might take Godwin before I take Mike Evans. I ain't even sure.
Yeah, Godwin.
Can't eat one or the other.
I mean, you look how they ate all year long. I 180 this week. Okay, well, no, this is my week. This week, 170 this week. Well, no, I'm gonna come back this week. Putting stupid numbers up.
Now y'all can get there next year if you can get Gallup healthy. Gallup and
Cooper.
Yeah.
I don't have no faith in that shit.
Let's move on. James Wiseman, we know who that is. Plays for the University of Memphis. He's been sitting out these last few games. I want to say he had a 12-game suspension, but he decided to enter the NBA draft, and I couldn't be more happier because I'm on that fuck the NCAA right now. I've been on that for a while. I feel as if Why these guys got to go there for a year?
Yeah.
Just to make them guys some money. Go straight to the
That's what it's
NBA.
about.
Yeah. I get it with the NFL, like, you know, these some grown men like hitting. It's a collision sport or whatnot.
You don't want no 18-year-old trying to go up against no grown man.
Yeah.
Yes,
I think the only my thing is the only player I think that could have came straight out of high school was the NFL is Adrian Peterson. That's the only one.
Maybe. But
Nah, did you see him at Oklahoma? Like, he was a grown man. He was a grown. He's the only person I could see. But I think that with Wiseman, it was a really bullshit story with the whole Penny Hardaway thing. Making him miss 12 games. I mean, is he really going to show anything when he gets back? It's right in the hunt for the NCAA tournaments. It's high risk for you to get hurt.
Yeah.
And mess your money up.
Exactly.
So his stock is still high right now. Go ahead, prepare for the draft, man.
Yeah, you say you're going to potentially be the number 1 pick anyway, so
Yeah.
what you got to
Don't
prove?
even matter.
Yeah.
Just not make no money for the goddamn school.
I can't even lie,
Might be in
man.
a better position.
I haven't been keeping up right now, man. Who's looking good? What squad's looking
Man,
good?
it's been all over the place, man.
really has.
Everybody, I think it's been like 6 or 7 number 1 teams.
I know UNC trash. So
Hey,
Hey.
yeah, watch yourself. Man.
We'll see
You
what
a
happens.
Dookie?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yes,
He
sir.
look like a
Yes,
Dookie
sir.
Blue,
You
too.
like,
Yes, sir.
come on, man.
It tells you he dressed
Hey,
like
Vaughn,
black
me
Look,
and you, we
first of
good
all-
on baseball, baby. That's all that matters. We
Look,
talk
I'm
baseball.
gonna say this. Y'all better not be out of pocket like Jalen and be like talking that shit with Grant Hill and all that crap, man.
I mean, if I have a preference, man, I like Carolina, man. I ain't never really cared for Duke, man.
I like Carolina when they had Vince. You know, I'm back and forth. Cause Vince was like super huge,
of all, nigga, there's no
highlight
back and
reel.
forth.
Yes, it is because when Duke had JJ Redick,
I
he
could
was
never
like the
go for
most
Duke.
hated.
Duke was like the Celtics to me.
Yeah,
Like, I could never give
Like,
a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That I
Steve Wojciechowski and
vice versa.
You know, like,
That's why I can't go back.
Hurley.
like, hey, go out here and help me pick this cotton.
Chris Collins.
That's what I get from that.
I ain't never cared for him.
I'm weird though
That's
because
about
I like Duke and I like Michigan, so I don't know. Can't explain it.
He
I
was
still
like
think
the
we were talking about this at work a few weeks ago, but the best college basketball team of all time, in my opinion, them UNLV boys.
UNC.
Them UNLV boys from the early '90s.
Oh, and Stacey Augmon,
Larry Johnson.
Anderson
Anderson
Hunt.
What do you call themselves?
They were blowing boys out by 30 a game.
Yeah.
Greg Anthony.
Who's that
Yeah,
center
Greg
name?
Anthony. Yeah.
Center, he ain't go nowhere though, but
Yeah.
he could jump out the roof.
He had like the box or whatnot.
Yeah, he
La-
was crazy. He was
Larry Johnson was Zion before Zion.
Yeah.
Zion will be Greg Oden. I'm sorry.
I don't want to say that, man, but he's got to watch his weight. He's got to
gonna be
watch his
Greg Oden.
He
knees.
gotta lose some weight, man.
Hey,
He hasn't even played in how many games he played this year?
he's gonna have to drop some weight. He's gonna have to because I don't think
Can't drop no
with
weight.
that jumping ability, him landing like that.
Tearing them knees up.
Yeah,
He gonna have to get special
Ain't
shoes.
looking good,
He gonna have to.
because Larry Johnson fucked his back up, and he was
Yeah,
never the
back
same. He was never the same. I hope Zion. I hope he can stay healthy, man. Because if he can, he's gonna be probably the
Yeah,
most
I mean,
exciting.
man.
he can't stay healthy. He's not healthy right now. He hasn't been healthy.
I don't want to hold on him though, man.
He owed him, dog.
Being a big
Either
three.
he can either be Odom or Roy.
Oh man, that's even sadder than Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna happen. It just let it happen like Odom. Don't even never really get to see it. 'Cause I tell you what, Odom, when you used to have the NCAA basketball jump, boy,
There you go.
I used to kill him on that jump, boy. Odom number the truth.
Yeah, he was a monster.
I ain't
Him
played that game
and
since then. Shout out to my brother, man. He used to love to play that game.
what was it?
Yeah, battling his ass with that Odom.
Him and Conley, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Conley coming in.
Yeah.
He missed that jump. Odom to catch that thing. Odom got to the league. I was like, yeah, Roy, Odom, yeah.
Nope.
Nothing.
Speaking of short careers, man, Tekashi 6ix9ine this week. I thought he was the rat was coming home to get the cheese, man.
A lot of people thought that apparently.
Shit, he
I
probably.
mean, give it 2 years, you better be home in 5
Yeah,
minutes.
he probably
Yeah.
asked for them 2 years.
He already did 13.
Look too hot out there for me right now.
Yeah.
Look too hot out there for
Let
me
me
right
fade
now.
the black.
Yeah.
But little do he know, all them people gonna be there. Okay, Tekashi.
Yep. Yep.
And they're gonna be a ticker, and then when it get close, it might fade away.
Yeah.
But when that shit get to about 4 or
Yeah.
5
It
days,
should be like Y2K.
all over again.
Yes,
'Cause
sir.
He got like less than a year now. Like forever, because he did 13, right?
Yeah,
Oh, so the time sale was going to
Yeah.
include with the 2 years?
Yeah, he got 2.5
Oh, yeah,
years,
them boy
so
got
he
that
get
date circle.
a
Yeah.
year and some change.
Yeah.
And he probably up in some room in the Bing now, he ain't seen nothing.
The thing about Tekashi is like he can't hide himself. I mean, have
never
you,
gonna hide.
yeah,
Like,
have you seen him? Like you can't hide that.
And see, this is my problem. Like a lot of niggas say, "Oh, wouldn't you snitch on some people that tried to kill you?" Blah blah. Nigga, you can't choose that life and then decide it ain't. You know what? This ain't for me.
If you choose it and you do that, you got to suffer the
Well,
consequences.
yeah, you got to eat what comes to you. Definitely.
Yeah.
But you can't justify it and say, "Well, look what they did to me." Look,
Nothing's
nigga.
gonna happen to that goddamn boy, man. He gonna come out. He already got $10 million check from that shit.
That shit is crazy.
He gonna come out. He gonna have a movie about that shit. He gonna get another check. Then he gonna make music, and niggas gonna buy that shit.
Oh, they gonna
And
buy
Oh
it.
yeah, no, I
They
don't
gonna
disagree
talk
with
about
any of
shit.
that.
And he gonna be who is saying little.
But you can't look at nobody who don't respect that shit and be like, "Oh, well, you just don't understand." Nah, nigga, it's just a different understanding.
Yeah.
But it's glorified when it comes to like, you look at Goodfellas, you look at snitches in those movies like Henry Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not in witness protection
Oh,
anymore.
Well, a lot of people died.
Sammy the Bull. A lot of snitching going on, man. My thing is,
Just get stitches.
yeah, but it's not snitching when
When you didn't do nothing.
yeah, when like the whole thing with the girl in Richmond, the little girl got killed or
Yeah.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Totally different scenario.
Them boys they gotta go, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. They found the last dude, I think, that he had been on the run for a minute, but they found him. It just put them off under the jail, man. Like
I saw someone sent me someone could say disturbing video today, but I was not disturbed by it. I kind of was like, yes, somebody finally got it right. But some dudes over in Saudi, seven young men raped a 16-year-old girl, and they chopped their motherfucking head off. Every goddamn one of them.
I'm okay with that.
And they put them in a cage and walked them all out one by one and chopped their head. And when their head fell over and they fell on with their neck, they lay them in the corner and put their head on it. And the next one to come out and they chop his head. And while he getting their heads chopped, these guys got to sit back in this cage
and say,
watch
I'm next.
everybody
Yeah.
else. And then you got to go down there and hold your head here, and this guy's just
I'm
clean
okay with
swipe.
And that's too quick for him.
Yeah.
I wish he
Dull that
suffered.
bitch
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
I really feel that sitting in that cage,
That's true.
be it only 10, 15 minutes, I don't care what it is, that has to be a lifetime.
Well, you
Yeah.
gotta
You
dull
don't
that
watch
shit
your
for the first nigga
homeboys
then.
get their head chopped off. And the last guy, you don't watch everybody get their head chopped off.
You can't do you just zone out?
Like, yeah, like you, where are you?
I can't tell you what you. Cause
Yeah.
I don't never
What you
be in
say?
that situation.
If we in that situation, you be like, be strong.
Can you give me first, big dog? Hey, can you give me first?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be last.
Nah, I'm
I don't
going.
want to go first.
Nah,
I want
nigga,
to see how it gonna transpire.
that.
Like,
I
I
wanna
want
let me
to
get that first.
man. I don't want to
I ain't trying to see that shit.
Hey man,
You know how
You
much
gotta
fear
watch
they
out.
put in your heart after you watch the first nigga?
Hey, look,
And
I'm,
there's
go-
like 7 of them.
I'm going last. Fuck it.
Man.
And before they do it, I'm gonna be like motherfucking Mandingo. Kiss my ass.
But you know the shit that's crazy about it, right? The shit that's crazy about when I watch it is that they sit there humble. They're not fighting. They're not. Cause I can tell you now, if you're telling Rossy you gonna chop his head, you might chop my head, but you gonna have to fuck me all the fuck up.
Yeah.
Show
Okay,
them that
wait,
motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
You
You
gotta-
been to chop. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
dead. Before
yeah.
you chop my head, you been to kill.
yeah.
So I'm going to
Yeah,
fuck
you gotta
up.
give me a tranquilizer or
These-
something. Like, we
these
gotta put
boys-
this nigga to sleep to kill
These
him.
boys just go down there and then I think they get down like this.
Nah.
That shit gonna be
Fuck, you
like
kidding me?
when we
Nah.
kids and we about to get the belt.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just,
I'd be like
You
a
gonna work
fish
for
out
this?
the
You
water.
gonna work for this joint here,
When he
man.
go to chop my neck, I'd be like,
yeah.
That's why your mama beat you harder than you got a tie
Yeah.
and shit.
like you tripping, y'all boys, wow.
If anything, if I'm calm like that, I'm just faking the funk. So as soon as that bitch come down,
That's your ass.
I'm grabbing that bitch trying to hit him back with it, man. You got the vid?
Yeah. So look at this, man. Look at how he just there like chop my shit, bro. Look at him back in the back.
God dang.
All right.
You wanna go last and watch that shit like say it
I
that
don't
time?
want to go. Let me get that first. Let me go and get it.
Look at that.
And the hands are tied.
These people don't play, man. They don't play.
Damn.
Like you said, that blade too sharp though.
That's that Salt Bay joint.
You crazy, my man? Come out there.
Yeah, just sprinkle a little bit on that thing. God damn.
That's trill right there, boy.
I think that's my first live.
Beheading?
Yeah, close up like that. I've seen the YouTubes, the dark videos,
Yeah, this
and whatnot.
motherfucker 4K.
This is
Yeah, that's like you don't even know is this real? Like
Is this real or just?
Nah, this real. This real live on This Day TV. That little John in the corner. I seen on this John one a guy and they don't this don't take long. Like they make these judgments like right away. Like they don't go through no whole lot of days of trial and people checking the shit out. Nah, you done it. Get your ass out here. I'm gonna fuck you up right now.
Oh, so no appeals.
No appeals.
None of that going
One
on.
dude had raped a girl, right? He had raped a girl. They didn't kill him, but they took him out in the middle of the town and they had a stump. Like if you know back in the day, they'd take a chicken and stick his head on the stump and chop his head. Well, they took that stump, pulled his member out, and chopped it.
You gotta kill me, Jack. Go ahead
Chop
and kill
it.
me, though.
And
That
look,
is.
let me
That
just-
is. That pretty much
funny
is.
Fuck that. Let me put his hand up there.
Whoever had posted video when he chopped that little motherfucker, the chop forced it to tumble through the air. So you see that little motherfucker tumbling through the air like this, man. And then they let him go.
I couldn't even watch that.
I know you gotta smoke me.
I would have had to grab my shit right after that.
Hey, but let me go get that axe. Let me go get that.
Find the nearest cliff and just jump straight out
Yeah,
there.
let me go get that right quick.
That's so. But I say that to say this. Do you think if they did shit like that here, what would our crime be like?
It would be down.
Well, I mean, nigga, let's keep it real. For the shit that they doing that for, they trying to legalize that shit anyway.
What?
That like pedophilia shit and all that.
Oh, yeah.
They trying to legalize that
They
motherfucker.
want to. They
Yeah.
trying to do. They got whole.
Like whole bills dedicated to that shit.
Yeah, that's
for real,
crazy.
for real.
Over there.
No, here, nigga.
Here.
It's just
They think
they push these false agendas. You know, it's like they give a fuck, but they really don't. It's like, how can we make money off this and that? You know, I don't like pedophiles, child rapists, none of that stuff, man. Just like we had this conversation about the white guy from Richmond sometimes.
He Meek Milled them, and they forgot he R. Kelly'd them. I'm gonna say it every time.
Before we get out of here, man, we had a conversation a couple weeks ago, man, about the world.
Round the flat.
Yeah, I think Tony had a question for you, man.
So you saying it's flat.
And stationary.
So how if we flying, right? If I fly, say I'm in Japan, and I fly in the other direction, and I come back to right.
This is my view of Earth, right here. So you get, this is it. This is the ice wall, keeping all your shit in. This is it. Go ahead.
So Japan, I fly this direction. Where'd I go?
What do you mean if you fly that direction?
Cause if I flew into Japan, I came this way. I go in the same direction, and I get back to LA.
But who says who actually says that you flying any kind of direction? You don't know which direction you flying. Do you fly a jet? Nobody does. Okay, I say this. It's a gyroscope on every airplane, any of that flying shit. So okay, so gyroscope, regardless of where it is gonna get level.
Right.
Okay, so if there's curvature on the Earth, every so often the gyroscope is gonna have to move to adjust to curvature because they're flying. So if you look at the flight patterns of airplanes, they don't adjust a little bit, adjust because because of the curvature of the Earth, at some point your cone gonna have to come down a little bit. It's gonna be all different types of adjustments made because of the curvature of the Earth. All of us have been on an airplane before, right or wrong. Especially if you've been on one in the daytime. And you look out of that window, what do you see? Flat Earth. You don't see, you ever look up and see a mountain and the tip is facing a little bit to the left? No, them shits point straight up. Where is the curvature? Show me at any point. Just give me what you can see with the ocular proof. Not anything you ever read in a book. Not anything they strategically told you to understand in school. But just what you have the ocular proof to look out and see. The earth is not flat. The earth is flat and it's not round. And we're not moving. We're definitely not spinning the fucking round. Because if you get on the merry-go-round and spin your ass around on that merry-go-round, you're going to feel that shit. You get into a fast car, a super fast car, you have to have certain tests to make sure your chest can withstand the inertia from the motor driving down the street. But yeah, you can tell me we're spinning at 1,100 miles per hour and we have no idea of the shit? That's ridiculous.
So again, man, like you right. You can't see it, but when I fly, I always fly. When I fly, I always want the window seat.
Always. And
I look out that bitch, and I like to see what's down there. And for the most part, the plane going in the fucking straight. It's going straight. But again, that's my point. Is that if I'm going straight in the same direction, but I somehow come out on the other side of the planet, how does that not prove that there's some circular?
But how do you know you're going straight? You don't know what you in the plane. You don't know. You have no fucking clue what we're doing. All we know is what they told you.
I mean, but you can if the plane flies or turns, you can feel the shit.
You can feel it, but you don't know what the fuck you're turning. You don't know. You have no idea what the fuck is going on while you're up in the sky. Because in actuality, they say, like I said that day, if we're rotating here, we're rotating. This is New York. This is wherever you want to say in Europe. All right, and this is spinning at 1,100 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
How am I ever gonna catch up with Europe over here if it's spinning at 1,100 miles per hour? It's really gonna come up behind me, and then I'll be there. If that is the case, what keeps me in line with whatever it is that's not allowing me to just hover in the air and land, and I'm in Europe now? What stops that?
What holds all this shit together? Explain.
As far as
like, what stops shit from going over to the edge?
Well, we're in a dome.
A dome.
And the Bible called it a firmament. So, okay, and so then it's like, well, why we ain't made it to the edge? Okay, because we haven't got to the edge. Who says that the edge has to be so easy to get to or to attain? But you do know that every country has a treaty over in Antarctica that you can't carry your ass over there. They can't agree on nothing, but everybody agrees that you can't carry your ass over in Antarctica. Why?
You can't go to Antarctica. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Why the fuck you can't go?
You cannot go to Antarctica.
Everybody lined up. Everybody's flagged there and said, nah, don't carry your asses over there without you doing this shit for National Geo fucking graphics or some shit like that if you carry your ass over there. But other than that, you can't go over there. But guess who used to hang out over there? Adolf Hitler.
Mm.
All types of hanging out and partying and checking shit out over there. But since then, guess who ain't been able to go over there? No goddamn body. Because they know there's some truth on the other side of that thing. I think it was Admiral Byrd. Y'all can look him up. Admiral Byrd told them that on the other side of there, there's all kinds of land that's never been explored. And talked about how it was other green land masses and all types of shit over there that we'd never seen. And they wrote it off as if it was a joke. It's a couple. I think there's a movie made on it called.
Only person I know that's been to Antarctica is Captain America. No. But that was during Hitler time.
Yep.
So.
And he's with Hydra, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just saying, Captain America is a part of Hydra.
Sometimes the comic books be telling some real shit, man.
Yeah. All the time the comic books be telling some real shit.
Yeah.
But nah. It's no. Bible says from one end to the other end. Circle things don't have an end. They just keep going. So then you say put it up on pillars. Well, you don't put balls on pillars. It's circle. It's ball on a pillar. Then they say we're in a firmament, a dome. You can Google Operation Fishbowl, where the governments kept launching all of these nukes up into the sky, trying to crack the firmament. When they discovered that there was a firmament, we could not get up out of here. I think President Obama said some shit like, we're soon gonna be able to get outside of the Earth's atmosphere. What do you mean we're gonna get outside of the Earth's atmosphere? We already been to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what he said. You know, people blew the shit off, but I heard it, and people who pay attention, they heard it. We'll be able to get outside of the Earth's atmosphere. That is because our asses cannot get outside of the Earth's atmosphere. We're stuck here in a fishbowl, just like the Simpsons. Simpsons make a joke of this shit all the time.
They had a whole
Have us up
movie
in that
about it.
goddamn fishbowl. And then they crack and put the crack in the water rush in or whatever. But nah, man, we're in a fishbowl, man. We're in a real live Truman Show. This is a Truman Show, man. We're in the Truman Show. And God playing with us. Doing what you want to up in here. There's no leaving here and flying your ass to the moon because the moon is inside this shit with us. They tell you the moon is how far the fuck away is the moon? Like 90 million miles away, or the sun 90 million miles away? Well, how in the fuck can I get a sun ray here if the sun is 90 million miles away? That has to travel through all of this darkness in space. Because why is space dark? Space should be the brightest fucking shit out there. If the sun light this motherfucker up, and he 90 miles away, 90 million miles away, and light disappears, and then shows the fuck up on Earth. That's the dumbest shit. And then the clouds will block it, and then it'll create a sun ray. You're not getting a sun ray from 90 million miles away.
I tell you what, man, you make a hell of a case. You make a hell of a case, man.
I was about to say T-Vaughn feel what I was saying the other day.
Take this shit I'm saying to you and go research that shit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I will.
Like, and even with the sun ray, look up Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so Pythagorean theorem will tell you that you know what that is. Okay, so boom. So you can look at that sun ray and measure some distance. And you know that motherfucker is not no 90 million miles away. It's a fucking joke, man. It's stupid. It's stupid to believe that shit. It's dumb shit, man. That's dumb. And when you start
feel like me now.
Huh?
You start
He feel
looking
like
at
me
it,
now.
you realize how dumb we've been all along, even believing this dumb ass shit. It's dumb.
If
It's
nothing
fucking 90 million
else,
miles away.
what I take away from it is always question shit. Always do your own research and then come to your own conclusion based on that research. So I can respect that. And do I still believe everything you just said? I'm still skeptical.
You need to check
Well,
it out.
it's like
because you've been ingrained to believe. What I'm telling you goes against everything you've believed before. But yet, most of us, as black people, grew up Christian, for the most part. And it's weird because he told you all through that this shit is flat, not round. And yet, we ignore all of that. We ignore all of that information, and we believe what the Catholics started to teach us, that this shit was round and spinning at 1,100 miles per hour. How do you even come up with that? How do you even come up with that number? This is what did you use to tell you that this motherfucker is spinning at 1,100 miles per hour, man?
Well, you know, the Catholics was preaching. There's a lot of fear.
I'm about to say, don't get me started on the goddamn Catholics.
And part of, like, you know, when you talk about the Bible stuff, like, I automatically question any type of religion anyway. So
I don't subscribe to religion.
Right. So, you know, that's, again, part of, like, my apprehension to kind of just go along in that boat because, you know, just because the Bible says something, science says something else.
See, the thing about that is you've obviously been introduced or have always looked at the Bible through the eyes of European. Or you've had European ideology. See, but when you really understand that the Bible is not referencing Europeans except for bad things, that all of the good things, and it's about you and I. So then you start realizing, wait a minute, these motherfuckers been lying to me. So, you know what, let me look a little deeper in this other bullshit that they've been telling me.
Right.
Wait a minute, that shit is a lie too, because right here it says X, Y, and Z. And I can do a timeline. I can do a timeline with what science has said or history has recorded, and align those things with what's going on right now and what has happened, you know, before now, and they line up. So when the things line up, if you come in this room right now, you're like, what is that? Is that a chicken? And then the shit said quack quack. It's a duck. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gotta tell you,
right?
Because you know what a duck sounds like.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, and that's how it is with this shit. When you start breaking this shit down, You be like, you know what? I got to unlearn. I have to open my brain up and say, you know what? Everything I have learned has been a lie. Now I'm going to relearn it. I'm going to look at all of the things that I read before with a new eye, because I understand now. So now when I read it, I can see. Like it's just like when you hear a good storyteller, and they're reading or they're telling you the book, you actually can close your eyes and watch the movie.
See it, yeah.
So now you read the Bible and you're like the Jebusites and the Hittites, the Amorites, the Chaldeans, and all of these things. You're like, I don't know who the fuck they are, but they are a people, and those people are still represented in this world today. So when you start looking at all of that, and you're like, well, whoa, okay, so I'm from the seed of Jacob. They're from the seed of Ham. They're from the seed of Esau. So now you know who all these people are, and you know who this Bible has been talking about all the time. When they've been trying to group it and say this shit been talking about everybody. This shit is for everybody. Fuck you, it's not for everybody. And he's telling you all throughout the Bible who it's for and who it's not for. So the whole thing about the Bible contradicts itself. The Bible says all of this negative, have all these negative connotations of just being a fairy tale. When you can relate all of these stories to a people, then the shit get real. But yeah, Earth flat, Bible real. What else? No Santa Claus. None of that shit.
Hey, hold on, you can't go all that shit and then you
not
can't
gonna
end
sit
it
here.
with no Santa Claus.
Christmas,
A week away, man.
You're not gonna disrespect Santa Claus.
look,
I guess he said keep it simple.
Yeah.
Just keep it simple.
Hey, Santa Claus, man, the whole thing I think was made up by Pepsi Cola, man. That shit ain't even old. It's new.
I appreciate the fact they said Pepsi Cola, because that is old school.
Pepsi
Yeah.
And it sounds good.
Yeah, not
if
Pepsi
motherfucker
Cola.
had a Pepsi, it's like, we got a Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
Pepsi Cola.
Yeah.
That shit burn. That's the shit that burn your chest.
Pepsi Cola.
That
Pepsi
shit,
Cola
that
out
shit,
there,
that
under
shit
the
started
refrigerator.
off as just an ad campaign, man. The whole shit.
Oh, I believe
Then there
it.
was a guy.
I mean, that's
that was,
what the value
his
of
name was
diamonds
something
come
close
from.
to that shit, and he used to go out and get some kids some shit or whatever. So they try to relate it to that. But that shit was a fucking ad to get y'all motherfuckers
That's
to
like,
drink
you know,
soda.
the
That's back when Coke-
hidden messages on commercials, like the little smoke things of that nature, whatever. Hey, man, business is business, man.
You already know.
I wanted to have this conversation. Of course, we can continue this conversation. We'll probably continue off camera.
I
Whatnot.
knew to sit this one out and let them two have it.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah, we knew what to do on this
And
one.
that's why I brought it up at the end, because
Yeah.
I didn't want them to know that, it was coming or whatnot.
I'll be honest with you. I was like, he ain't gonna talk about it. When we went over everything, I was like, he ain't gonna talk about that shit.
Yeah.
All right,
You
I'm
know,
gonna be
Snuff-
quiet, but you know.
Snuff keep one in the chain.
Yeah. One up his sleeve. Huh?
Yeah. Irrelevance in the dungeon, man. Shout outs, Kel.
Yo, man, you know, it's always the same, man. Shout out to the family. Shout out to my man Snuff. Shout out to my man Rossy, Vaughan, man. We love doing this every week. I'm going to be back next week.
No doubt. Ross.
Yo, what up, man? Shout out to everybody, man. You know, big shout out to everybody watching and listening, man. Appreciate you. Let me come on. Back whenever.
Hey, whenever you want to come back, man.
Oh, we got to do this one again.
You tell me when, and you already know, man. I'm here, man.
I think the next one we want to do together, man. I want to have like some homework.
For sure.
Yeah, some homework, man. Maybe a book. I don't know. I'll get with y'all on that. But
I
yeah,
like that. I'm a book nigga.
yeah.
Give me an audio.
No.
Well, yeah,
Audio.
that's the type of book I'm talking about.
You
I have
did-
an Audible subscription for a reason.
I had to have an actual, factual book.
I be at work and driving and shit. I can't read doing this.
Gotta have a book, man. I gotta keep it.
Come on, T-Von.
As usual, man, shout out to the wife, 3 kids, man. Everybody that listen and support. People that listen to my show as well. Yes, we articulate.
Hey, Mariah.
Yeah. And just anybody out there doing something positive, man. That's what it's all about, man. Supporting them, man. I always say the world need doers, man. People not just sitting by letting stuff happen. They out there actually doing something. So shout out to all those people, and just keep listening, man. Keep supporting.
No doubt, man. I want to thank you, brothers, for coming through on a Thursday. I know it's during the week, but y'all boys came through.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Once again, we're gonna keep doing this thing, man. Whenever y'all can come back through, me and Kel, we gonna have y'all.
Yes,
man.
sir.
And we gonna have a good time, man. With Ross, man, I had a lot of people speaking on the episode that we did previously, man. And some people, they had questions. And with that, I want to say, look, come to the dungeon. Comment. We'll have answers for you, man. But like I said, I love the dialogue. I love the thinking that we do on the show. Like sometimes, like a lot of people don't think outside the box. It's like you say, man. You know something your whole life, and that's just what you believe. It's what you know. I'm big on movie references, but like when Luke found out Darth Vader was his father, he was like, no! It's like you just can't believe that shit. It's like because you're the worst motherfucker ever, but
what movie is that?
Star Wars, man.
Come on, man.
I don't watch that shit, man.
New one came out tonight, man.
You look at
You're born in the 90s,
the
Mandalorian.
That shit's sweet.
Yes, sir.
I like that joint.
Yes,
Don't even put that on me, being born in
Watch the Mandalorian, man.
I don't need to watch none of the other ones to watch that.
No, it's like standalone.
Because it does look interesting. I got Disney Plus.
But if you like that joint, you think that look interesting, you gonna like the other joints, man.
Yeah,
somebody told me I should watch it because they got a USS.
I mean, if you like fighting and shooting and shit, you get.
I'm into that.
They shooting lasers, but
yeah.
I mean, shooting.
It's a pretty dope show, man. It's like they got maybe 35, 40-minute episodes, and they move like that.
Nah, this ain't even that. It's just like 20 minutes.
It's fast, but it's action packed though.
Well, y'all watch the show and the movies?
Yeah,
the show is on Disney Plus.
I feel like I should just watch the movies.
Yeah, we'll start off with the first
if
three.
you want to start with the show,
all them shits is on
the
Disney
show will
Plus,
kind of pique your interest, and then you go back and watch the full movie.
So Star Wars better than Star Trek.
Whoa.
Yeah.
My grandma used to watch Star Trek, and I think that turned me off.
Ain't no Trekkie.
I'm not a Trekkie, but I used to look at Star Trek.
I mean, we ain't have a lot of, unlike you, we ain't have a lot of options.
First of all, nigga, I didn't have cable growing up, so kiss my ass.
But the same,
we go to your grandma's house, you might look up and get 35.
Yeah, we watched the old Star Trek, and then we watched, the Next Generation just come on when I was a kid as well.
I even looked at them later ones, like when they was out there with them guys that had them that shit on the side of their head.
With the Klingons or whatnot?
Nah,
what are they called?
The Klingon guy, I used to be a guy who went to my church, man. I swear he looked just like Worf, man. If anybody from around here, I shouldn't even say it.
No, we're not gonna do that. We don't name names. We don't name names.
I don't even know his name. I don't even know his name. But last time I said something about somebody, I was like, did you see the post I made on Facebook some months ago about a lady working in Walmart?
Oh yeah, they was coming for you, man.
They came.
They tracked the lady down, man. They
knew her. Oh. They knew. Like I posted a picture, but when I did it, I just was like, I posted a picture of the lady because the lady kind of freaked me out a little bit or whatever. She's weird. So I posted. I just was saying I really was just saying, hey, do y'all ever see this lady? Does she make you feel weird like she make me feel weird? That's really what I was saying. But I got accused of bullying and all type of shit, man. They went in on me. You see, they went in on me all day long, man. Them had to delete that shit, man.
I will say it's borderline. It's borderline bullying, though.
Well, that all comes back full circle because you know who else is a goddamn bully? Vaughan is a goddamn bully. Hey, man, when it comes to the goddamn impeachment of Donald Trump.
Yeah. Because it's unknown bullying. It's kind of like. Well, because the pick is off guard, so she doesn't know how she's looked when she's exposed to the world or whatnot, huh?
Well, she looks like that no matter what.
Respect.
I mean, if you ever go to
I'm gonna start doing it at Hardest because I'm tired of the motherfuckers making me pull up.
Nigga, who you telling?
So next time Hardest tell me to pull up, I'm gonna take a picture.
I don't even go to Hardest.
What you getting for Hardest, man?
Chicken strips.
That's what everybody go there for, them chicken strips.
Yeah, I went there top of the week. Them motherfuckers said it's gonna be 10 minutes.
You can go to Applebee's and you can go in Hardest.
It's the same amount of time.
You might get your Applebee's shit faster, man.
I will say this. I go to Hardest for this one reason only, and this is a no judgment zone. But they stopped selling peach cobbler. So every so often I'll go there to see if they bring it back. That peach cobbler is the shit, man.
Checking, do y'all happen to have that peach cobbler back?
And sometimes they'll still have I see it's on the menu. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
We just ain't take that down
That's
yet.
my thing. Why do restaurants bring shit for a limited time? It come in, does great, people love it, then you take the shit away.
But the cobbler's there for years because with the chicken.
Like McDonald's be like, the riblets are back. Well, bitch, if you think people enjoy them,
Just
leave them on the menu.
That's just not real though. They gotta probably make that shit.
I mean, like this, you can make it like it ain't like you out there killing the animals to get these motherfuckers. Yeah. You're just pressing up some meat.
Yeah.
See how excited people get when that shit's back?
Riblets are back. I've never tried a rib.
Me either.
Me
man.
neither.
Shit don't
And
And I
look right
will
to me,
die
man.
without trying.
I don't like McDonald's though. And even when I ate beef and shit like that, I never was like a
We
fan
used
of
to
McDonald's burgers.
use the McRib sauce, and I used
shit
to
on
work
it.
there back in the day. Dip the nuggets in it.
I mean, that makes
I've
sense.
never worked at a fast food place. They never would hire me.
Neither did I.
What?
McDonald's, Burger King, none of them. I used to fill out applications for all them shits. They would never hire me.
I worked at Macy's.
Did they ask you was the world flat when you applied?
Then I wouldn't even
Oh.
know.
Like his brother's too woke. There's no way he can make a Whopper.
I would like to say a Whopper is 10 times better than a Big Mac, in case anybody doubted it.
But you have to get it with without the sesame seed bun. For all my people out here who do not like to eat pork, don't eat the sesame seed bun on your Whopper. That shit is pork. So ask them for the potato bun. It's a much better tasting bun anyway, and leave out the pork.
Why don't you
Burger
beef
King
or
has
pork,
potato.
so-
They have potato buns.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For that chicken
Let me
sandwich.
get that hoe. Let me get that
Oh yeah,
Hawaiian
you're right. They
roll.
do have a chicken sandwich.
Yeah. So you but you gotta ask them, and then some of them will try to be uppity on you and be like, "Oh, it's gonna be extra 20 cents." Bitch, I still want it.
You think I ain't got 20
You think
cents, bitch?
Yeah, you think I just?
So
Oh,
it should
You
be
think I came here with exact change?
be
You know what?
5.20
Keep
now.
Yo, they're charging like 25 cents for
But
for
the
condiments
chicken-
now. I wanted the extra barbecue sauce. They wanted to charge it.
You know who not charging that? Chick-fil-A. Goddamn
Chick-fil-A.
At Chick-fil-A, get whatever you want, man.
Yep.
Chick-fil-A love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you come in there,
I got a hug last time I got food.
they love you in Chick-fil-A.
What,
man.
what was
I hate
his,
Chick-fil-A.
what was his name? I'm
Clarence.
sorry. Come here, Kel. You like you need this, buddy.
It's all right. Fuck it. Whatever. I'm okay to give a man.
Hey, love is love, dog.
Yeah.
Love is love.
Good burger.
The chicken nuggets still taste goddamn good.
Hey, give me them
You
chicken
know what I
minutes.
love this. And my kids probably would be mad if they look at it and be like, my kids would be like, hey, can we go get Chick-fil-A? I'd be like, yeah. If you Sunday like,
They closed. Look at
Like, damn,
what's
man.
Sunday?
My bad, I forgot.
We'll just get some Wendy's.
Hey, no bullshit. I've literally sat in a Chick-fil-A drive-thru on a Sunday for like, why anybody come to the goddamn microphone?
Damn, what'd you smoke?
I was high. I've been high as shit, but God, ain't no cars. I just
That pretty much that went without
One thing
saying.
you should know that is you're not gonna be the only motherfucker at Chick-fil-A ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh,
Now,
the
you're
one
never gonna get there and somebody not the fucking front of
Put
you.
it to you like this: the one on Forest Hill Avenue has gotten me after a morning joint on a Sunday multiple times.
I remember back in the day, man, I went to Taco Bell, man. I had smoked and I was in Taco Bell for like 20 minutes in the drive-thru. I have no idea if they were talking to me or not. I just pulled off. I didn't know what was going on. They were open. I knew they were open
Hey,
or
Taco
whatnot.
Bell's delicious when you have, bro. You missed out.
I
really.
eat Taco Bell any old time.
Give
like,
me 3 chicken chalupa supremes.
You know,
I don't
see,
eat none of that.
they adding 21 items to the dollar menu. They have
You bullshitting.
so how many items do they have for salad?
I don't know.
The
Says
chicken shit ain't never gonna be
everything
on
they
the other
got
menu.
will be
though, so it don't
$1
matter.
now.
I think
They
I'm
need to put the fucking taco back to $1.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what
about-
fuck need to be $1 for real.
I'm about to jump on me.
I'm about to
I
go.
might jump on
get
that
a
tonight,
taco.
man. No doubt.
On
I
what,
am,
Taco
man,
Bell?
On that note, we're gonna end. Chalupa. I am Snuff Magee. This is Irrelevance in the Dungeon. I'm joined by
It's your boy Kel.
Rossy.
T-Vaughan.
Ayo, we out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yo.
You've been listening to Snuff Magee and Friends. Irrelevance in the Dungeon.